So let's move on to enjoyable topic, and that I think some of our gamers will be enjoying. The video game Last of Us has come out with a series, and they're going to be doing a series starring Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. Now, Pedro Pascal, there we go. Pedro Pascal, obviously from Game of Thrones and the wonderfully acclaimed film Wonder Woman, and of course everybody knows Bella Ramsey as the precocious 12-year-old who was just murking people left and right. So, Kenny, since you have the background, you can go first, sir. What is your thoughts on the casting of these two people in the roles? And I don't know the names of the two characters in the game, so you can.
Joel and Ellie.
Yeah.
She couldn't hold back.
I will defer actually and say you should probably go with Brianna first on this one.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I got my
This is
sorry, audio listeners. I have a Joel T-shirt on. Not kidding. I'm probably one of the biggest Last of Us fans on the planet Earth. Not to brag or anything, but but it's my favorite video game. I've played the first one probably like 20 times. So.
Can you give me a background of the video game just so I can, I'll
try to do a non-spoiler one, but basically, so there's like a pandemic type of situation that happens, except for way worse than ours. It turns these people into like these kind of mushroom, crazy, infected people. So like the world goes to hell. Joel is a single father in his late 20s. He loses his daughter the day that like the infection comes, and then it jumps 20 years ahead, and like it kicks off this whole story, and it kind of is really about Joel and Ellie. So
and Ellie, how does she? Was she born?
Well, Joel is a smuggler, and he's basically tasked with like bringing her to someone kind of across the U.S. So it's like this thousands of miles long journey. But
wow.
It's very easily adaptable into something like this. I've always been excited about it because there's people that will never pick up a video game, and play it, but they might watch a TV show about it. And it's considered one of the best video games ever made. So it already has a huge following. But about this casting specifically, I really don't have any major qualms about either of them. I obviously know Pedro from Mandalorian most of all, but I think he'll play a really good Joel. And I don't really know Bella, but at least from the looks of her, she looks like she'll be able to fit the part. But it's a great role for both of them. Like one of the best things about The Last of Us is like, it just has the best writing and characters I've ever seen in a video game. So it's really exciting.
Better than Cyberpunk?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It really isn't apples to apples because like Last of Us is single player, like one, linear. So like it has one story, like no matter what you do, you can't change how the story turns out. But it's
not an open world.
Yeah.
Well, not an open world. Cyberpunk is an open world.
I'll tell you what, I'll dust off the PS2 and start playing.
PS3. I don't know if it'll show up. It's the box. Gotta be a PS3 or newer.
And everybody on audio, yes, Brianna comes to play. She literally is bringing games and apparel, and she's making a statement on the topics. I am not, but Kenny, what are your thoughts? You'll be because of your background.
So I have the background just because I wanted to,
fit in,
join the party, but also because I wanted to reflect, the casting of Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. So I probably will be hated because I've actually never played either of The Last of Us or Last of Us Part 2.
What is the matter with you, Kenny? What?
Well, especially part 1 is like probably 15 hours ish. Your first playthrough, like it's not really huge. I mean, a lot happens, obviously.
And I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. I haven't played it either. So
No, but
now you don't have to. There's going to be a show on HBO.
So
I'll just watch the series.
I have several. I won't say several. I have many gaming friends, and they have had no issue talking about the games over the years. So I know a lot about the game series. So it sounds phenomenal. So if the TV show is going to be anywhere on that same level, I think it's going to be fantastic. And I love the casting of Pedro and Bella. But Brianna, if you never saw the Game of Thrones series?
No, I got through like a season and a half.
So understand
more than I made it through.
I will say that if you could probably Google just Bella Ramsey's clips from the show.
Yeah, I've seen a couple like GIFs and short stuff. She's intense.
She stole the show. Like every episode she's in, it like I love every episode that she is in because her character, you know, is essentially like a 12-year-old, you know, almost like a queen.
I'll say this: she's basically a female Haley Joel Osment, where you know she's just way too young to be so poised and articulate and focused interacting.
But she plays it so well,
very well.
Well, and Ellie is like, she's 14. She's like, she doesn't have parents. She's a Spitfire. You know, she grew up without parents. So like she drops F-bombs like nobody's business. And like, yeah, it's pretty interesting. But I should have mentioned too. So Craig Mazin, who did Chernobyl, is like head producing. I don't know if he's doing any directing. I don't think so. But like he's one of the head guys along with Neil Druckmann, who wrote The Last of Us and like is co-president of Naughty Dog, that studio. So like I feel like it'll be true to the story, and like I think they're co-writing the show. So like I'm not really worried. I mean, it's the people that should be working on it. So.
Well, I'm sure
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it.
I'm sure as time goes and they start releasing set photos and stuff, we'll get to get a much better feeling of how this is going. But yes, definitely look up some clips of Bella Thorne. She kills it. Yas Queen. Okay. So Logan.
I didn't even know.
Let me set up a question.
Okay.
Can Pedro Pascal play a role where he is taking care of a child across an incredibly harsh universe? Can he pull that off?
I've seen so many jokes.
You know, there's something familiar about that plot. I think we're gonna have to watch for malnutrition on the child's part. And perhaps some blind eyes to ethical choices in life that may affect her later on. But I think he'll get her there safely. Yeah, I do.
Well, and obviously Logan and I have we've been doing this for a while, and one of our first big deep dives was Yojimbo and the analysis of the lone wolf and cub story.
Yes.
So this falls right in there, and we also mentioned it with Mandalorian. So that's the tongue in cheek, is that yes, Pedro is playing another babysitter, trying to take the youngling, or what's her name?
Ellie.
Ellie, sorry. Another
Ellie.
Another two-syllable name child through harsh environments, relying on his skills too. Yeah.
I'm also glad they originally were talking about doing it as a movie, which would have just cut out everything that was really important. So them doing it on HBO because it's mature for many, 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 many reasons. And also just several episodes, like we don't know how many yet, but it's
I think the potential is really there. And I'm going to go back to my love of the earlier episodes of Walking Dead. And how it was more about the character development and the journey and what you lose along the way, and just the survival of it, and the constant threat of everything. So, but yeah, Kenny, I'm sorry, you were about to say something.
I was just going to say I will buy the writers many a beer if somehow they work in a scene with Ellie stealing eggs.
There you go, Logan. That's the egg thing. He did it. He did a callback.
Mhm.
He did the thing. Yes, yes. For those of us that are fans of the show, we had an interesting discussion on the morality of eating eggs, and yes,
The children.
kids
The
eating
children.
okay, awesome. Gonna look forward to this. We will, obviously keep discussing it as more details unfold.